Welcome back to Me2 English Club. I'm Emily. In our previous episodes, we mastered entering the restaurant and ordering at the counter. Now, let's imagine you've finished ordering and your food is finally on the table.
I'm Paul, and this is the part I love the most, the eating. But wait, Emily, there's a problem. Every time I take a big bite, the waiter suddenly appears.
You're talking about the mid-meal check-in. You've just taken that first delicious bite of your steak or pasta, and suddenly a waiter appears out of nowhere and asks, "How is everything tasting?" or "Is everything okay over here?"
Oh, Emily, this always happens right when my mouth is full of mashed potatoes. I get so nervous. I think, did I do something wrong? Are they trying to tell me something? Or worse, I feel like I have to find something to complain about.
That is so common for beginners. But actually, in North America, this is just part of the service standard. They aren't looking for a complaint. They are just looking for a thumbs up to make sure the kitchen did a good job. Now, Paul, let's talk about being a picky eater or just having preferences. In many Western restaurants, people love to customize. One of the most important phrases you will ever learn is on the side.
I've heard that. Does it mean on the side of the table?
Not quite. It means you want the sauce, dressing, or gravy in a separate small bowl, not poured all over your food. For example, if you order a salad but you don't want it drowning in dressing, what do you say?
Dressing on the side, please.
Exactly. Or if you're ordering a burger and you're not sure if you'll like the special sauce, you say, "Can I get the sauce on the side?" This gives you total control.
That's so helpful. And what about drinks? I hate it when my soda is 90% ice and I only get 2 sips of Coke.
We call that the ice trap. To avoid it, just say "no ice, please." Or if you want just a little bit, "light ice, please."
Let me try. I'll have a Coke, light ice, and a Caesar salad with dressing on the side.
Wow, Paul, you sound like a regular Californian. Let's practice the word dressing. Dress-ing. Make sure you don't say dressing. It's a crisp D sound. Now, we need to get serious for a moment. This part isn't just about being polite, it's about safety. If you have a food allergy, you must tell your waiter clearly.
I've seen this word in movies. Allergy. It's hard to pronounce.
Let's break it down. Allergy. And the adjective is allergic. Allergic. Notice how the stress changes. Noun, allergy. Adjective, I am allergic to peanuts.
I am allergic to peanuts.
Good. Here are the 3 most common ones you'll encounter: peanuts, nuts, dairy, shellfish.
So if I can't drink milk, I say, does this dish have any dairy? Or I have a dairy allergy.
Perfect. Don't be afraid to be direct. In the US and UK, restaurants take this seriously. They will often have the chef check the ingredients just for you. It's much better to ask than to get sick. Let's practice one more. Is this nut-free? Okay, Paul, it's time for a speed round. I'll give you a situation and you give me the perfect English sentence. Ready? Situation 1. The waiter comes by and asks, "How's the food?" But your steak is a little too salty.
Oh, I'll be honest but polite. It's okay, but it's a little too salty for me.
Excellent. A little too is a great way to soften a complaint. Situation 2. You want a coffee, but you're afraid of the ice trap.
I'll take a coffee, no ice, please.
Good. Wait, iced coffee or hot? If it's hot, you don't need to say no ice.
Oh, right. I'll take an iced coffee, no ice. Wait, then it's just coffee.
Situation 3. You are ordering a pizza, but your friend is allergic to mushrooms.
Can we get this pizza without mushrooms? My friend has a mushroom allergy.
10 out of 10. Today we learned that the mid-meal check-in is a friendly gesture, how to use on the side to control your calories and taste, and how to stay safe with allergy vocabulary.
I feel like I can finally enjoy my meal without worrying about what the waiter is going to say next.
That's the goal. Join us for episode 4, where we face the most expensive part of the meal, the bill and the tipping culture.
Oh boy, I better start counting my money. See you next time.
Bye-bye. Welcome to the season finale of our Dining Out series at Me2 English Club. I'm Emily. We've had a great meal, we've handled the allergies and the on-the-side sauces. Now it's time for the part that makes everyone's wallet a little nervous, the bill.
I'm Paul, and this is where I usually get stuck. In Taiwan, I'm used to grabbing a little slip of paper and walking to a cash register near the exit. But when I'm in a nice restaurant in London or New York, I feel like I'm waiting forever. Why won't they let me pay?
This is a huge cultural difference, Paul. In many Western countries, especially in full-service restaurants, the staff thinks it's rude to bring the bill before you ask. If they bring it too early, it feels like they are saying, "Please leave now, we need this table."
Oh, so they're being polite by not giving me the bill. That explains why I sat there for 30 minutes yesterday waiting for them. So how do I summon the bill without being rude?
It's all in the eyes and the phrase. Catch the waiter's eye. You don't need to shout and say, "Check, please," common in the US, or "Could we have the bill, please?" common in the UK, Australia.
Check, please. Or could we have the bill? Is there a difference between check and bill?
Not really. In the US, check is more common. In the UK, bill is the king. Let's practice the ch sound in check. It's sharp. Check. Now, Paul, imagine you're eating with three friends. You had a small salad, but your friend ordered a giant steak and three cocktails. You don't want to split the total cost equally, right?
Exactly. I don't want to pay for his steak. How do I say I only want to pay for my salad?
You use the magic phrase, "Separate checks, please."
Separate checks. Do I wait until I have the credit card in my hand to say this?
Pro tip, say it as early as possible. The best time is actually when you are ordering. You can say, "We'll be on separate checks today." This helps the waiter keep track of who ordered what in their computer system from the start.
What if I forgot and it's already the end of the meal?
You can still ask. Just say, "Is it possible to do separate checks?" Most modern restaurants can handle it, but it takes a bit more time. If you're in a big group, say 10 people, the restaurant might say no and ask for one single payment. In that case, you'll need your calculator app. Okay, Paul, deep breath. Let's talk about tips. In the United States, tipping is not just extra money, it's how waiters pay their rent.
I've heard it's getting expensive. What is the standard now in 2026?
In dinner at a full-service restaurant, the standard is usually 18%, 20%, or 22%. If the service was okay, you do 18%. If it was amazing, you do 22% or more.
Wow, that's almost a quarter of the price. What about fast food?
This is what we call tip creep. Nowadays, when you pay at a counter service place, the iPad screen will flip around and ask for a tip, 15%, 20%, or 25%. Paul, you do not have to tip here. If you're standing up while ordering, it's perfectly okay to click no tip or custom $0.
Oh, thank goodness. I always felt so guilty. One more word I saw on a menu. Gratuity. Is that a fancy food?
No, gratuity is just a formal word for tip. Sometimes, for large groups of six or more, the restaurant will automatically add a large party gratuity. If you see this on your bill, you don't need to add another tip on top of it.
Emily, the portions here are giant. I have half of my pizza left and I don't want to waste it. In my country, we say pack it up. What do I say here?
While some people call it a doggy bag, it's more common and polite to just ask for a box. You can say, "Can I get a box for this?" Or, "Could you wrap this up for me?"
Can I get a box? Or could you wrap it up? Does the waiter take the plate away to the kitchen to box it?
It depends. In casual restaurants, they will just bring you a plastic or cardboard box and you put the food in yourself. In high-end or fancy restaurants, they will take your plate away and bring it back in a nice bag.
If I want to be super polite, can I say, could I have a to-go container, please?
Perfect. To-go container is a very clear and professional way to say it. Paul, look at you. You know how to choose a restaurant, how to get a table, how to handle the mid-meal check-in, and now how to pay and tip like a pro. You are officially a master of dining out in English.
I feel so much better. The next time I walk into a restaurant, I won't be that deer in the headlights. I'll be the guy saying, "A table for two, please," and we'll be on separate checks.
That's what we love to hear. Remember, everyone, the most important part of language learning is confidence. It's okay to make mistakes. The waiter just wants to make sure you enjoy your meal.
I'm ready. I'm going to go use my new skills right now. Wait, Emily?
Yes, Paul?
Check, please.
Nice try, but this lesson is free. Thank you all for joining Me2 English Club. Stay curious, keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next series.
Goodbye, everyone. Happy eating.
Bye-bye.